What if everything you call reality is not exactly what it seems? Not a simple illusion, but a deep, complex, and invisible system that underpins every detail of existence, from the movement of galaxies to the thoughts crossing your mind right now. This question may seem absurd at first glance, but it arises precisely when we begin to observe the universe with more attention than ever before. For thousands of years, humans lived believing that the universe was solid, physical, and absolute. The sky was a distant stage, the stars were fixed points, and reality seemed like something straightforward, reliable, and permanent. Everything that existed simply existed, without the need for deeper questioning. This view began to change when science started to look at the cosmos with increasingly precise instruments. Telescopes revealed that the universe was not static. Planets move, stars are born and die, galaxies collide, and everything seems to be in constant transformation. But the true shift in perception occurred when scientists began to investigate reality at its smallest scales. At this level, the universe ceased to behave like something continuous and predictable, revealing a fragmented, strange, and deeply mathematical structure. At the most fundamental level, space, time, and energy do not flow smoothly. They emerge in minimal units, almost like indivisible blocks. This discovery has led many physicists to compare reality to an enlarged digital image, where the pixels finally become visible. This comparison is not just aesthetic. It raises a troubling possibility. Digital systems are built this way because they cannot represent infinite continuity. They operate with discrete units, just as the universe seems to do. At the same time, another detail began to draw attention. The laws of physics have extremely specific values, fundamental constants that seem to be adjusted with absurd precision. Small variations in these numbers would make stars impossible, unstable atoms, and life itself unviable. This raises an uncomfortable question. Why does the universe seem so perfectly tuned to allow for complexity, consciousness, and observers capable of reflecting on it? Is it just cosmic luck? Or is there something deeper behind this precision? For some scientists and philosophers, this extreme precision resembles less chance and more the configuration of a system, as if the universe operated within carefully defined parameters to function. It is at this point that the hypothesis of simulation arises. The idea that the entire universe may be an extremely advanced computational system, operating under strict mathematical rules, executed by something beyond our capacity for observation. This hypothesis does not claim that the universe is false. Everything we feel remains real. It merely suggests that the reality we experience may not be the most fundamental level of existence. In the quantum world, particles appear and disappear without apparent cause. Events seem to occur only when they are observed. This behavior challenges our intuition and suggests that reality does not exist in a fully defined way all the time. The simple act of observing alters the behavior of particles. This is not philosophy. It is a real phenomenon, measured in the laboratory, known as the observer effect. In computational systems, this behavior is common. Games and simulations save resources by processing only what is being observed. The rest remains undefined until someone interacts with it. This similarity is disturbing. Does the universe operate in a similar way? Does reality only become fully defined when there is a conscious observer interacting with it? If this is true, consciousness ceases to be just an accidental product of matter. It takes on a central role in the structure of reality. Perhaps consciousness is part of the very mechanism that sustains the universe. Not something separate from it, but an essential cog for reality to exist as it does. On a gigantic scale, the universe reveals simple patterns emerging from extremely complex structures. Galaxies are organized into filaments, voids, and knots, forming an impressive cosmic web. The cosmic background radiation, considered the echo of the birth of the universe, also has clear limits of resolution. as if there were a maximum amount of information that space can store. In theoretical physics, this is described as a limit of information, a concept that fits perfectly into computational models, but raises profound doubts when applied to reality. Time is also not absolute. It slows down under extreme conditions, such as near black holes, almost coming to a complete stop for certain observers. In simulations, similar behaviors occur when calculations become too complex, and the system needs to adjust the flow of time to maintain stability. None of these observations prove that we live in a simulation, but together they form a coherent set of clues that are hard to ignore. They suggest that reality may not be the most fundamental level of existence, but a layer within something much larger. If this is true, our existence does not lose meaning. Our emotions remain real, our choices continue to matter, and our experience remains everything we have. The difference lies in perspective. Perhaps we are conscious characters within a larger system, capable of reflecting on the very environment in which we exist, a system that can contain other layers, other realities, and other forms of existence that we will never be able to observe directly. This leads us to the most disturbing question of all. If the universe is a simulation, who or what is on the other side? Perhaps we will never discover the answer. Or perhaps the very search for that answer is part of the purpose of the system. In questioning reality, perhaps we are not trying to escape it, but rather understanding our role within something much greater than we imagine. If this questioning has changed the way you see the universe, follow us.